Today's episode is brought to you by Bet Rivers Sportsbook. New customers sign up with the link in the description and use code SPORTS at deposit for a risk-free bet up to $500. Minimum deposit of $25. Offer only valid for Ohio residents age 21 and older. Bet responsibly. Welcome to episode 95. We're finally back. Sorry for the lack of episodes. Trust me, every time this happens, I always have a good excuse, whether or not you want to believe it or not. That's your problem. So first off, before I get into that, I want to say happy late Memorial Day. That was yesterday. I'm not sure when this will be coming out, if this will be out on Tuesday or Wednesday, one of the 2 days. But I want to say that first off. Also, actually, this is probably a good time to give you guys my great excuse as to why I've been gone for so long. I was sick. I got sick, man. I got sick. I had a real sore throat. I was real congested. I just felt like absolute dog shit. And then late last week, I started developing like a rash and stuff all over me, and it was just bad news all the way around. It was terrible. I didn't want to do anything productive. Even going to the gym, which is usually something that I have a lot of fun doing, was so much of a chore for me. So it was nice to, it's one of those things where if you just get through it, you feel a lot better after you get done. But it was not something that I really wanted to do. But it feels good to be back doing this. It's kind of like you put some work into it, and I know like the majority of the work that goes into what you guys see in this has yet to even come. You guys are going to see it's going to be more finished by the time that you see it, and there's going to be more work that I have put into it by the time that you see it. But anyway, that's where I've been. Another couple more announcements. So for one, we got some lights up. Nothing special. It's nothing crazy. I feel like it gives us a little bit of an ambiance. Kind of lightens the tone a little bit. Also, if you're listening or if you are watching, either or, you would have saw or heard our first ad read of the podcast history. So shout out to Bet Rivers for that. Like I said, if you guys skip through it, just do me a favor. Go back, watch it through, listen through. Go ahead, click on that link. The link will be in the description of the YouTube video. It'll be in the description of Spotify and Apple Podcast, both, all three. So yeah, go do that. It's a new sportsbook out. It's pretty sick. Go check that out. But what have I been up to? Like I said, I was sick, so that was one big thing. And then like just this past holiday weekend, I've been so busy. Friday I didn't really have nothing going on. When I really get down here and I start thinking about like what was I doing? What was my excuse for not doing anything? I usually don't have one, but I'm a pathological liar. I think that's the word for that. Habitual? No, I'm not a liar. I just at times lack motivation. So I apologize for that. But no, Saturday. So Friday, I don't really know. And anything before Friday, I don't even fucking remember Friday. So let alone anything before Friday, I'm certainly not going to remember. But no, Saturday, huge congrats to one of my best friends, TJ Christie. He just got married this past weekend. That was on Saturday. It was an awesome wedding. It was fun, super fun experience. Just being that he's the first of any of my friends to get married, which is really weird. I mean, it was awesome. Like I said, congrats to both of them and their families and everything like that. They're awesome together. They're funny. They're super cool. But it was awesome. All of our other friends were there. We're all having a good time, having drinks, dancing with them and stuff. It's just a fun time all together. So shout out to them. Congrats on getting married. That was awesome. And then had a good night too. It was just a lot of fun. And then Sunday, another one of my best friends and his sister, they had the graduation party. They both graduated college this year from the Ohio State University. So congrats to Tyreek and Jada. Grad party was dope. Same thing as the wedding. Everybody, friends are just getting together. You guys get to bullshit. Get to have some drinks. It's a fun time. It's a fun time altogether. So that was a blast. That was super cool. Um, what else? Oh, and then Monday was Memorial Day, Memorial Day. So I woke up kind of late on Memorial Day. It's probably like 10 o'clock, if not later. Honestly, like I was in bed. Like I'd wake up and just sit and play on my phone for a little bit, and then I'd just be like, I'm gonna go back to sleep, and that's what I did for the majority of Monday morning. But I finally got up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym. So before I go to the gym, we're having we're having people over for barbecue. So they're like, oh, help us get some stuff ready. So I'm like, okay. Well, by the time I get stuff ready and I'm about to go to the gym, somebody pulls in, blocks me in. I can't get out of the driveway. So I'm like, fuck, come on. Well, eventually I can maneuver out of there. I get to the gym and I'm like, all right, just normal Monday lift. I'm gonna do some bench. I'm gonna do just some normal stuff. Won't be too crazy of a workout. And then I did 15 minutes on treadmill, and I get a phone call. Say, hey, everybody's over here. We're about to eat. Where are you at? I'm like, bruh, are you serious right now? So, long story short, Monday was just a fucking glutton fest, man. And that was I was on that fitness and like eating program with my boy Tyreek, and it was so good for me. It was like I was locked in. I was super. I was holding myself super accountable throughout the whole thing, and once it ended, I was just like, oh, okay, okay. I don't got nothing to hold myself accountable to. I'm gonna be a bad boy, and that's what I've been for like 2 weeks, and I've been so bad. And this weekend, really, like I was really bad. Like I drank like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a little bit on Monday too. If I'm being honest, I'd never drink that often, whether or not it's a beer or 10, drinking at all that often for me is not that's not like me. So drinking that much alcohol too, and I wasn't drinking the healthiest of alcohols. I wasn't just drinking liquor with diet pop or something. Like I'm drinking like twisted teas. You're talking like 200 calories per tea, and I probably put down like 6 or 8 of them. Just going to town. Drinking wine, drinking just whatever I could get my hands on. I was drinking. Plus, I was eating a lot. We ate a lot of food at the wedding. Food was great too. And then ate a lot at the graduation party. Great food as well. And then ate a lot Monday at the barbecue. So I'm like, oh my gosh. It felt so good. Today I've ate like 600 calories maybe. And it feels awesome. I love it. I don't feel like I'm going to throw up all the time. So shout out to getting back into shape. It got me thinking, man, like, especially with like all the like developments in like there's like carb friendly stuff where it's like bread, zero net carbs. Now the net carbs thing, I understand where people get kind of hung up on that and don't really understand it. It is sort of difficult to even understand, but there's a thing with that where it's like, okay, right now you can eat bread that has zero net carbs, which is equivalent. It's probably like 14 grams of carbohydrates, but the fiber and sugar alcohols and shit cancels it out or whatever. So I feel like there's got to come a day that they just make food that tastes normal. That somehow they're just like, look, this will feel like food, but it'll just fucking disappear once it hits your gut. Or like once it hits like your digestive tract, like it's gone. Like it hits your stomach, you're like, oh, I'm full. I ate so much of that. What was that episode? The holographic meatloaf. Like, man, I ate fucking 3 plates of holographic meatloaf. Oh, I'm stuffed. And then by the time it like gets through your stomach, it's gone. Like you've burped it up or something. Like it's all been released somehow. Like that would be sick if that becomes something. But then I started thinking like, nah, man. Like you think about McDonald's, but actually it might be a cheap alternative to sell a lot of food. Depending on how, and this is completely bullshit, and it may or may not ever even exist. But if it does, bro, how cool would that be? Be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna down one of these no calorie chocolate cakes. One of these, I'm gonna eat 6 full no calorie pizzas tonight, and I'm gonna feel like shit for about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna burp and fart a bunch, and it's all gonna be gone, and I'm gonna feel fine. I don't know. There's definitely some weird shit in there. First few years eating that shit, definitely gonna knock a couple 10 years off your life. But I think I'd go for it because the thing is, I hate being fat. You know, like like in total, this whole thing since I've started, you know, watching what I eat and working out and stuff, I've gotten down to the point where I was down like 40 pounds. Well, I've gained like 10 of it back. So it's like, oh, you know, when you take that step back after taking, you know, you take, you know, even if that's like 3 steps forward, 1 step back, you're still just like, no, 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 no. This is not the direction I want to go in. So I hate being fat, but at the same time, I love being fat, man. I just wish. Now I know they say like, be careful what you wish for, but in all honesty, like everybody knows those people that weigh a good buck 50 or something like that in good shape, and they're not. And it's the people that are they're not in great shape because they work out every day or because they watch what they eat. What they eat, it's just their metabolism is it's ungodly. Like they could literally eat thousands upon thousands of calories a day and you could never tell. You'd be like, man, who's been starving this guy? He's like, nobody. Dude literally just fucking wiped out Taco Bell's entire inventory yesterday. And he's hungry again. It's like that's the shit thing about being fat. Is, you know, the common conception is, oh, well, since you're fat, that means you can eat a lot. I've met so many people that are much skinnier than me that will put shit down. And I'm sitting there like, what? How are you eating this? Like, I'm about to explode, and I haven't even had a quarter of what you have. It's like, oh, I just eat. I just eat. It's like, bro, swap me. You know, that shit is so annoying. But it's honestly like when you're at that point, whether you're on like a cheat day or whether you've gotten to the point where you are comfortable with where you know, whether you are comfortable or you get comfortable in this in your own body in terms of, you know, composition and whatnot. Like once you get to that point and like you're just gonna throw something in your body and you're not worried about how many calories are in it, how much sugar's in it, how much sodium is in it, you know, whatever the macro may be that you're trying to cut back on or whatnot. Whenever you get to that point, like I said, it could just be something as small as a cheat day, but you get there, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. But the great thing about that is it feels great when it's going in. Once it's in and once it's coming out, it never feels that good. So that's why it's really, I feel like it's good to live on the healthier side of it, because once you get to that point where you're eating good and you're eating healthy and you're not overfeeding yourself every day, and you get to that point where you're like, okay, I feel good, and then you have one of those days where you're like, you know what, I've been good. I could put down 4,000 calories today. You put down 4,000 calories, you feel like you're gonna fucking barf all day long, and then you get the shits, or your stomach is just killing you. You don't want to do anything. You're super lethargic. You're just, ugh. It's a terrible feeling. But it's a great reminder of like, oh, yeah. When I don't eat like this, I feel good. So, I mean, it's good for that. But I mean, there's some people that just love it, man. And I'd be lying if I said I don't like being full. I love to be full, man. That's why I find the best for me personally, my best strategy is just deal with hunger throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, boom, I'm gonna go in. I'm not saying I fast all day long, but I mean I might put, I don't know, 300 to 700 calories in my body from the time I wake up to the time I eat dinner, and then by dinner time I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be so cautious of what I'm putting in my body now because I know I have calories to spare, right? Yeah, let's get on the fucking fitness hour, right? Let me talk about this. Man, what's up with some stuff, man? What have you guys been up to? Did you guys have a good weekend, good holiday? Man, I found some of these. Damn, that scared the shit out of me. I just had a notification come up on my computer. No, I found some. I found some headlines earlier last week when I was first initially planning on recording an episode, but as you can tell, so some of these that I'm going to talk about are probably outdated, right? But no, I saw this one story where this former teacher of the year was arrested for having sexual relationship with a 16-year-old student. And to be real, the first thing I thought when I read that was like, no shit, she was teacher of the year. She was about to go fucking back to back. You guys, who is this? Look, and they always and it's not that I disagree with this, because of course there are instances where kids, I mean, a 16-year-old, you're still a kid. You're being taken advantage of, right? You are being taken advantage of to an extent. But also at 16 years old, you know what you want. It's not like you're going into this like, oh, Mrs. Parker asked me to come over to her house after school. I wonder what this could be about. Oh, I open the door. Oh, she's naked. I wonder where her clothes are. Oh, no, what is she doing to me? You know what the fuck is going on. If you got a hot teacher, hey, Johnny, come over to my house after school and we can study. Wink, wink. You know what the fuck is going on. Now, I assume it was maybe like, I feel like the way that most of these female teachers get busted with the teenage boys, I feel like it's just, they're too proud. These kids are just like, yeah, you think Miss Parker's hot, huh? Yeah, been there, done that. And they're like, what? And then it's like some kid gets salty that he's not getting nothing from Miss Parker, and he's like, fuck you then. I'm telling. I feel like that's probably how it has to happen, because now with the roles reversed, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If a male, a teacher or a coach or whatever it might be, does that with a 16-year-old girl, it's like, what? And even if it's completely like, not, I'm not, trust me, I'm not trying to make this an okay thing. It is not okay, male or female. If you're sleeping with a kid, that's not okay. You can't sleep with children. That's really messed up. Don't do that. But it's like it's so weird, the stigma and like the understanding of it. It's like when a guy, at least I feel like at least a guy, when a guy hears that a 16-year-old kid was sleeping with his babe of a teacher in fucking 10th grade, you're like, that kid is a fucking legend. Because we've all been 16 years old and in 10th grade. We would have killed to have a fucking hot teacher wanting us, right? So I think that's where you kind of stand from. But I don't know how many. I mean, I'm not a girl. I never have been a girl. I've never been. I don't know. I don't know if this is a thought that girls have. Are there 16-year-old girls that were like, oh man, Mr. Johnson? It's just weird. But it's weird. Male to male thought process is like, that guy's a fucking killer. Male to female, a normal male like myself hearing a story like that about a guy gets caught with a girl in high school, you're like, this guy needs hung right now. Like, no, this is not okay. But it's so weird. Yeah. But like, of course she was teacher of the year. Like I said, she was probably about to go back to back. But yeah, for sure, some kid just got salty, or some kid was just telling everybody. And like, look, you just get, I feel like I said, I've been 16 years old before. And look, I can't remember if I had any super hot teachers when I was 16 years old, but if I did, I can guarantee you that I would have fantasized about that on a daily basis. Like, there's no point of having me in your class because I'm not paying attention to anything but what I should not be paying attention to. I think we can read between the lines. No, but on Predator Talk, I guess, Jeffrey Epstein apparently was trying to, I don't know how, I feel like a lot of this stuff with Jeffrey Epstein is about to start trickling out, like, little by little, because apparently this was kind of like, I mean, Jeff Epstein's been dead for like 3 years now, 4 years, something like that. I mean, everybody knows the heinous shit that he did, and also there's a lot of speculation about who was like an accomplice or who was also involved in the heinous things that he was a part of. But like, for whatever reason, everyone's like, don't worry about it. We're not going to talk about that. No, I feel like we should. Okay, I don't think that. I don't think everything will ever come. I don't think all the stuff will ever come out. Right. I think a lot of that stuff is just going to stay vaulted up for a very long time, or forever. Or there's people that know, and if they think they're going to say something, it's like, you remember John Kennedy? Pow, you're dead. You're dead. They're not letting you spill those beans, especially because there's like huge politicians. There's probably actors. There's probably singers. There's probably just worldly figures that if there was something to come out that these people were involved in some of the stuff that Jeff Epstein was doing, the country would be in a tear. But apparently there was something about Bill Gates. Jeff Epstein was trying to blackmail Bill Gates about his involvement with some of these women, or underage women, I guess you should say, girls. Let's not even call them women, because that implies that they had any amount of, you know what I mean. But it's like, what the fuck? Like, so I don't know. Was Bill Gates, was he the guy that made Jeffrey Epstein commit suicide? What is up with that, man? That will go down in history as one of the biggest conspiracy theories, biggest mysteries. Because they also said that, like, the what is it called? The autopsy, like the look at his neck, like, it was like, no, that's not what it looks like when someone hangs himself. That's what it looks like when someone chokes someone to death. And what? The guards weren't there when it happened? Oh wait, the cameras malfunctioned at that time? Oh man, what a coincidence. Like, you cannot sell me on a fucking coincidence like that. Look, I might have been born at night, but not last night. Come on, bro. Come on. No, what? It wasn't us. Then why is there? You guys have no idea what happened, do you? We know. No, we know. You know too. He did it to himself. No, I said what did happen? What happened? What did happen? Yeah. Man, Bud Light. Dude, I seen something earlier today where like a 24 or 30 pack of Bud Light was selling for, what was it, $4? I think something like $3.50, $4. This says Bud Light sales have plummeted, averaging weekly declines of around 25%. Parent company Anheuser-Busch, we got Anheuser-Busch signs up here, has lost more than $15 billion in value. Sales of rival brands have soared, even as many retailers have slashed prices for Bud Light. Some stores are even giving Bud Light away for free or trying to. Look, okay, I'm just going to say this, okay, especially in my weekend bender. You can stand on whatever side of this whole Bud Light controversy that you want. If I'm at a store and someone's like, take all of the beer that you can grab, I'm like, okay, I will. Okay, I don't care. I'm not really worried about their off the field issues, man. I'm not drinking beer because it stands for something good. Like, who the fuck's drinking beer? Like, I only drink this beer because they stand for the red, white, and blue. Like, I drink this beer because I want to get fucked up tonight. That's why I drink this beer. Like, I don't care. I really don't care. Man, I saw something else too, and I forgot what it was. Oh, well, it'll probably come back to me later. Oh, no. Here it is. The whole Target thing. I think we've all heard about this Target shit too, right? Where apparently Target is, they're like making a lot of merchandise based on, transgender and LGBTQ stuff. Right? Isn't that something that's going on? Let me see if I can find a story for this. Which is oh, come on. I don't want to look at their website. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so apparently, yeah, this is what it was. They had a lot of Pride merchandise. I think June is Pride month. Let me actually get a let me know this first. I think it's June though, right? Yeah. June is National Pride Month, which celebrates people that identify in the LGBTQ plus, kind of community. So Target figured that they would capitalize on the the month of recognition. But also, it's weird now that I'm thinking about this. We all know that February is Black History Month. Target, why ain't you dropping like some cool ass Black History t-shirts? That would go over awesome. Also, if there's any major corporations listening to this, look, next February you guys can make a fuck ton of money. Because, like, dude, everybody, look, nobody's getting mad at that. You're not pushing your woke agenda. It's like, look, buy this shit if you want to. Who doesn't like fucking NWA? Who doesn't like um, Khalid? Who doesn't like Lil Wayne? Who, just push that stuff. Black role models, stuff like that. Push that out. Look, that's a good idea for some retailer. You should do that. I'll look. I will more than I will happily, absolutely happily, give you guys some money on that. But no, so yeah, so it says that they dumped its Pride merchandise, and here's where it all may go. Oh, where's it gonna go? Okay, they decided to remove merchandise from its upcoming Pride collection because of objections from right wing critics. You see how they say it like that? It's like, if it was for the right wingers, bro, shit would have went great. Now I don't know. I don't have kids, but if I did, I wouldn't be putting them in those clothes. I'd just be like, bro, just wear a fucking normal T-shirt. What cartoons do you like? Wear that, not the shirt that says "gay" on it. Like, that's not even a cool shirt, dude. What kid wants to wear that? Look, I'm all about being proud of who you are and being comfortable in your own body. I wouldn't wear a shirt that says "I'm a fat ass." Actually, I might. That'd be kind of funny. Uh, no, but like, say, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of that stuff is just attention seeking. Like, why does everybody have to know about you? It's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. And it's not that, look, I have no problem with this stuff. Like I said, I don't even, the closest Target to me is like fucking 45 minutes away. So for one, that doesn't affect me in that sense. And also, I don't have any connection to this stuff. So it also doesn't, it means nothing to me, honestly. But it's big. So apparently, someone says, I'm guessing the clothing will end up being donated. They can't sit in a warehouse because warehousing costs are very high. Also, Target needs to get that inventory off of their books to free up open to buy dollars so they can buy new merchandise. These are a lot of lessons in these recently failed collections for the industry, she said. Yeah, really, I feel like that's the best way to look at it. Instead of looking at it like, oh, look at these right wingers that just hate uh, this stuff. It's like, just kind of look at it as a loss. You don't have to point your fingers at anybody or at any certain community, any certain identification of somebody. Just be like, you know what? It didn't work. It didn't work. I feel like that's probably the best way. So yeah, so this says we've seen plenty of misfires. Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony's awkward collaboration with Kohl's. Uh, Additionally, Kanye West with The Gap and Adidas. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of the way that you have to look at it. It's like, okay, we missed on this one, right? We messed up. We messed up. But it's just crazy, man. Just crazy shit. I hate even looking at the news anymore. It's just so sad. You see, apparently, I think Kyiv, right? Wasn't it? Kyiv got bombed today. Like, yeah, Kyiv got bombed again today, and Ukraine, and it was like 20 shootings over this past weekend. It's like, oh my gosh, that's what it's like. It's so much better to just find, um, a lot of people have a hard time with it, and I completely understand. But a lot of people have a hard time finding humor in terrible things. But the thing is if you let the terrible things have the impact that they're made to have the impact on you, if this stuff hits you the way that it's being made to hit you, you're just gonna be locked up in your house all day. You're gonna be crying. You're gonna be worrying about everything and everybody in it. And while it's probably not even a bad idea to live like that, it's not a fun way to live. I'm not going to sit up here and laugh about, um, you know, gay people being discriminated against or people being shot or, a completely different country being overthrown. I'm not going to laugh about stuff like that. But what I am saying is if someone makes a joke about it, don't be one of them people. It's like, don't laugh at that. If something's funny, just Just laugh or don't laugh. If it's not funny to you, it's not funny to you. But that doesn't mean that you need to get up on your fucking, your soapbox and preach to everyone how they're the biggest pieces of shit. Look at this. Woman accused of pointing gun inside Cracker Barrel, firing it inside of Waffle House. What the fuck? What is wrong with people? So she pulled it out in a Cracker Barrel, and they're like, bitch, this is a country store. What the fuck are you doing? She's like, sorry. A couple hours later, she's like, Waffle House. Which, and if I'm being honest, I would much rather fire a gun off in a Cracker Barrel than a fucking Waffle House. Look, I wouldn't fire a gun off in any establishment. But Waffle House is one like, you don't fuck with Waffle House employees, bro. They will fuck you up. They'll fuck you up so bad. Dude, there's just so much sad shit going on. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and new shit comes out every day. Kohl's is also falling victim to the Bud Light controversy somehow. I feel like this is probably just a good time for just for people to just try to shut down a lot of big corporations. Because it seems like a lot of people are just getting, who can we get next? Kohl's, go after them. Kohl's like, whoa. We didn't do it. Yeah, you did. But in some, not sad news. Well, I guess it's sad for one person. I read this. This is two headlines I kind of merged together. So I read last week that Kim Kardashian said that the things that her children's father said, Kanye West, the things that he went crazy over, was talking about, is she was saying that it is, I'm gonna think of the words in my head. Just give me 1 second. She was saying that the stuff that was said by him was nowhere near, or is way more. Sorry, I'm having a fucking aneurysm. She said the things that the controversy with Kanye West was much more embarrassing and detrimental towards her children's, like social life, I guess. She said that was worse than her having a sex tape. Okay, so that's step one of this. So I'll give my input. If I'm in those shoes, if my mom has a sex tape out, I am mortified for the rest of my life. All it takes is one person to find that. You will never live that down. I mean, now it's different because, they're famous, and she'd be like, yeah, so what? My mom makes way more money than you, and she got fucked on camera. It's like, okay, that's fair. Yep, you got me with that. But it's like, it's the equivalent of keep the same thing with, but then your dad is like on Facebook or Twitter saying like some racist, anti-Semitic stuff. It's like, I don't want to associate myself with either of these people's awful things that they've done. But if I have to pick one, I'm probably not going to get bullied for my dad being a bully. Like, oh, your dad's a piece of shit, man. So are you. It's like, whoa. It's way easier to not take your dad's side. Like, my dad is on some shit. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's way easier to do that than be like, she didn't mean to have it on camera. She didn't mean for everyone in my grade to watch it every night before they go to bed. It's like, no, do not say that. Okay, I understand that your actions didn't hurt as many people, 1,000%. Having your your mommy daddy time or your mommy old friend time on the internet for everybody to see, it's not hurting nobody. Yeah, I mean, other than your kids and maybe their reputation in school. While your dad's hate speech definitely hurt people and definitely, singled people out and made them feel bad about themselves. I don't know. I mean, that could be something that people talk about. You guys can let me know what you feel about that in the comments. That's just my personal stance on it. But later last week, Kim Kardashian came out and said she cries herself to sleep because it's so hard to be a single mother, which I've never been a single mother. I assume you have enough money to afford proper care for your family. Not saying that you're expected to. You probably still want to be a normal human with, a normal mother and be normal with your children. But, yeah, I mean, it is sad. It is sad. But I think you're doing okay, especially with the new info that just dropped. This is so insane to me. I will never. I hope that this is real, but at the same time, there's no way. So apparently there's this new juicy gossip that came out that Kim Kardashian is dating Tom Brady. That's right. We're thinking of the same Tom Brady, people. The Tom Brady that's won 7 Super Bowls. Yeah, that Tom Brady. Apparently, Kim K is getting it in with fucking TB12. Oh, that would be so awesome. I hope it's real. I hope it's real so bad. Look, I think you're safe with Tom Brady, the greatest football player of all time. He's done playing football too. He doesn't really have much to gain anymore, so he's like, all right, we'll go out about I got this new hot babe. Yeah, I'll be stepdad. That's cool. Who wouldn't want who wouldn't want if you were to have a stepdad, who wouldn't want Tom Brady to be that guy? I don't want a stepdad, but if I had to, Tom Brady'd probably be up there. He'd probably be up there with one of my picks. Joe Biden has priceless response to Fox News question on possible Trump pardon. Oh, who gives a fuck? This is also the stuff. You get on the news, it's clickbait bullshit or stuff that makes you want to cry and lock yourself in your own house. Anyway, guys, this has been episode 95. That means we're 5 episodes out from episode 100. Also, definitely be on the lookout. I know we got a little bit of a new set. If you guys are on audio, click over to the video for a little bit. Just check out, the little bit of new ambiance and character that we got. This I definitely still want to maybe not the next episode, but in one of the more upcoming episodes that you'll see here week or so, would like to have a little bit of a different setup. Also would love to have some guests on. I've been thinking a lot about having some guests on again. It's way easier to hold a long conversation with someone else rather than just myself. So if you guys liked this episode, make sure you leave a rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Leave a like, a subscribe, a comment on the YouTube video. And just all your guys' support means the world to me. I love you guys so, so, so much. You guys push me to do better every day. Dead ass. With that being said, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Be safe and peace out.